Guys, so it's been a long while since I've been recording music and doing other stuff, and so I actually made a war room. Yep, war room. Do not disturb from 4 a.m. to 7 p.m. Yeah, I work here, and most of the times when I'm not on duty, I'm in here. I'm doing some stuff. So I think I'll give you a tour of the war room. And tell you what my specs for my studio and etc. things are. When you walk up first to it, it's written war room, do not disturb from 4 a.m. to 7 p.m. I try to wake up at 4 a.m. gives me a bit of motivation to do some workout and then do the other things in the room. So when you enter the room, you find that it's in a blue hue. Gives quite a bit of a cool kind of feeling. Right wall we have the pin board where I pin up some stuff. There's the Kaafir logo. I actually carved this out of a shopping bag from Central maybe. Yeah, this is my workout cycle. I grudgingly love it. It's cheap but it gets the work done. So 30 minutes in the morning, that's where I will be. In front of it I have my boss chair. It's actually very comfy and it swivels back and forth, and that's why I love it. So I'll just sit there and show you the rest of the stuff. Sit in the boss chair, you actually have access to everything around. I'll just give you a quick view. The first machine I have is my Alienware 13. It runs my Cubase Pro 10.5 and I do my audio recording, tracking, mixing, mastering here. The Alienware is connected to my Micromax monitor. It's actually with a larger screen so that I can get a good view of the tracks and all. Alienware is also connected to my audio interface, which is Akai EIE Pro. And I really love this machine, and it's the core of all the studio recordings that I do, and it gets its power from Batman. Behind Batman is the hell of a guitar, my ESP LTD AX50. I really love this guitar. This is my first electric guitar that I've ever used and I'll continue using. I have the iPad Air 2 and I do some geo shredding on it, and there's the Bluetooth keyboard which actually connects to all my computers, and it actually gets the workflow really smooth. I have my Macbook Pro. Macbook Pro runs my Ableton 10, which I mostly use for MIDI productions. So the MacBook Pro and Ableton are connected to Akai APC Mini. It really helps me in live looping and mixing of tracks. So in front of it I have the Keylab Essential 49 from Arturia. It's also connected to the MacBook Pro and Ableton. I really love it. It's a great keyboard. And just up ahead of it I have the Akai Professional LPD 8. It's the drum machine that I used for tracking drums and all. Now for the mic I have Vault VCM Condenser Microphone. I really love this mic. It's a pretty great mic for this price, and I would always recommend having this kind of a mic for the home studio recording purposes. Next up is the Headphone, the Audio Technica M40X. I use this for mixing tracks and all, and it's actually pretty great. You should really have this one. So that's it. Now you know what I have in my war room right now. The people who've been asking me what I use to create the sounds and all, I'll just tell them what happens. First I record my MIDI things in my Ableton with my keyboards and drum machines, all the effects and all. I transfer them to my Cubase in my Alienware, and then I add the vocals and the guitars and everything else there, and I mix them all in here in Alienware, and then I record my video, and that's it. I make my video on iMovie in MacBook Pro. That's all there's to it. It's not really that hard if you really get into it. If you have any questions and all, please put it down in the comments. I would really love to answer them all, and that's all for today. Hasta la vista.